Hello, and welcome to Pearls of Wisdom by Pearl Operational Design. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you. If you're repeat, then thank you for continuing this journey with us. I hope you're getting value from this. Please, if you have any questions, please provide a comment. Let us know what are your thoughts, what do you want to hear more about. So let's continue. We were continuing along this journey of, so you are an ops leader, what next? So we talked about going out, emptying your mind, going out and having the conversations. And I don't mean just conversations, but really understanding, well, what is the value that I expected? What is the value that you're delivering? How well are you doing it from an expectation perspective? You also want to continue this journey of having conversations. So when I say having conversations, I don't mean just like, hey, how are you doing, right? It's really about, it's intentional. So understanding value and then really understanding alignment, because you most probably sit in an organization. And so you need to make sure that you are aligned in terms of what you're doing. And this alignment and values needs to be measured. So I am always one for measurement. And I look at measurement a little differently to data. Data is very important and data tells you a lot of information, but measurement also tells you how do you use the data to determine how well you are doing. I remembered, working in grocery retail where, one of the measurements, of course, your foot traffic. So how well are you doing in terms of your foot traffic going into the store? You look at measurements in terms of, what is the size of your basket? So not just that you are looking at the number of people coming through, but you're actually looking at what people are purchasing and then saying, okay, well, this is my average basket size. So you take data and you allow it to form information. And this generally will tell you how well you're doing. And it's always more. We talked in the data component about qualitative and quantitative, where you want to make sure that you are understanding the value, the measures, and you're looking at what's the alignment. And why is the alignment important? Because especially if you are a leader, you need to ensure that people who are doing the work within the space also understand where they fit into the bigger picture. And I will tell you how many times people are coming in and they're doing things and they will say, there's a lack of communication. And generally that stems from a lack of alignment. And then that alignment is not necessarily being communicated. So what do I mean by alignment? A picture says 1,000 words, as they would say. And many times you look at alignment, you look at gears. You see the gears in that it allows you to make sure that each gear's working as it should and doing its part in order to move. For example, move the car forward. If anyone has driven a standard vehicle, you want to make sure, unless it's a really, really powerful car, you want to put it in a gear 1 or a gear 2 in order to allow it enough power to move off from a stationary position. Same thing with an organization. You want to make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do because the intent, moving off from a stationary position, is going to be achieved. If you were in gear 4, for example, which tends to be not as big a gear, then if your car is in a stationary position, gear 4 is not going to get it to move from that stationary position. And so that's really where alignment comes in. And people always use the gears as a symbol that everyone's moving in the right direction. And people need that. So that's the human capital component as well. People need to know that what they are doing in their day-to-day connects with a bigger picture in terms of where the organization is going. That's absolutely critical as an operation leader that you do this. You understand the value, you're measuring them, you're seeing a bigger picture in the organization to be able to effectively communicate what that alignment should be. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please remember, share the knowledge. Thank you.